Hello guys, it's Glermit here. It's been a long time because apparently I forgot how to upload on YouTube. I do have some other videos to upload, I just haven't really got around to making them just yet. Let me just move the mic out of my face. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be all about teams that you need to be farming now. As of recording, it is April. So it'll be like for April, May, and I'll try and do another video in like a month or two with updates or changes or whatever comes about. And I will be honest, my perspective in terms of farms has shifted, because those of you who don't know, I have moved to Core Patrol during my absence, and obviously you get a different outlook on the game when you're in arguably one of the biggest and best guilds in the game. So some of the teams I'm going to suggest may not apply to those of you who are low in the game, or early game, mid game, whatever, but all of them have their place and reasoning. And some of them are more TB focused, some of them are more TW focused, and some of them are obviously more Grand Arena or just normal PvP focused. I'm trying to avoid anything Datacron specific, anything limited time, because I don't believe that that's ever good for me to encourage you guys to do. Because why would I say go farm this team? It's going to take you 8 months, or 4 months, or 3 months, or 2 months, or whatever, however long it takes. And then it's like, oh, this event doesn't exist anymore. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, to get started, it's definitely TW focused. I'm going to be making another video on this team. Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, as you can see guys, since last time you would have seen me make content, he is now R8, he is Omicron, everything. He is incredibly good, and I already knew he was going to be very good, and obviously he's been out a long time. He came out during my break before, which we've spoken about many times on the channel. But he's so good in TW. Like, he can beat some very, very strong teams. And anyone who's in a big guild knows the importance of him. I know a lot of people have the outlook or perspective that he's more of a defensive team. And he can definitely work in that respect. But offensively, this guy's incredible. In terms of GAC, you can also beat some really fun teams. But in Territory Wars, wow. This guy is something else. Now, obviously, in terms of the team, I'm going to recommend you guys farm. Scout Trooper, you can eat for Leia. Gideon, who you would want anyway. Death Trooper and Enoch. I think that's probably the best team you can do. You can definitely remove Enoch and put Stormtrooper in, which is what I do. But when you have Enoch, you're going to want him there instead. And the other benefit of doing Enoch is he's going to give you the Assault Battle for Peridia Patrol. The next team is going to be Trench, guys. And the reason why I'm recommending Trench, I'm obviously a massive Trench fan. Those of you who follow the channel know I'm a big Trench fan. Obviously, at the moment, he has a very, very strong Datacron, both for him and Dooku, which is going to cause a lot of problems, especially Trench's Dispel. It shuts down most of the common counters to him. But offensively, you guys know I've been using him for a while. He can beat Quebec in Territory War. He can beat Great Mothers in Territory War and Grand Arena. He can beat so many different teams, which is really, really cool. But the appeal here is Lord Vader is now a must-have farm for a lot of people because of the release of the new clones. So everyone's going to be going for Lord Vader at some point. You know, Lightspeed bundles have finally come out for him with the Bad Batch bundle. So if you're going to have Lord Vader, and most of the players who have him already have JMK, just finish Trench, guys. He makes them a better team. It's a better team than if you did Nuke Lead. 100%. Now, some of you will be saying, oh, but Glermit, what Tambor, you know? I'm going to die on this hill. I'm going to say, what Tambor is so good with Trench, guys? I would just say farm it. I understand some of you are going to hit the dislike button or just not pay any attention because I said this, but guys, just face it. Trench is a good team. One day he's probably going to be needed for a capital ship, so get on the train before it releases. But you're going to have all the characters. Dooku's needed for Lord Vader, Nuke's needed for Lord Vader, Django and Wat Tambor is needed for JMK, so why not just finish off the one character left? Obviously, when it comes to Omicrons and all of that, you just apply one on his lead. Obviously, his others are good. And if you want to know how to mod him, I have a video on it. I'll link it in the description. The next team is Grand Arena focus, guys, and a little bit of TW. Tuskins. There's so many teams that are releasing at the moment that are very difficult to beat, or if you don't have a certain counter that you can struggle. One of them is the Calf team in Grand Arena with the Zalba Omicron. And guys, I'm just going to put it out there. If you have Tusken Chieftain's team, even low relics, it's easy. I don't know how it's going to work with the new Zalba Datacron, but Datacron's excluded. This is a really nice team to have. It can beat those Zoris. It can beat Iden teams in some cases. You can also beat you know, Rebel Fighters. If you ever face that, it's going to be quite popular now, especially with Bodhi's Kron. You can obviously beat, you know, many teams, including like Calf team, Phoenix teams, anything like that. So having Tuskins available to you is really nice. So if you want a team to farm just on the side, maybe you've done Lord Vader's farm, maybe you've done JMK's farm, you're a little bit of the way there, you're not going to be put off. I understand that compared to the other teams, this one has less appeal because, you know, like, where do Tuskins go? At the moment, not really anywhere, but it is a nice team to have. Next is Quebec with Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon. Now, ignore the team composition, I'm not really bothered about that. The reason Quebec's there is obviously because he's about to get a lifter for his faction, the Jedi Vanguard. And the reason Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon's there is because you're going to want them for the assault battle regardless. So my recommendation for a lot of you is just farm these three as a team, regardless of if you have Queen Amidala or not. So that's why I've got them there. It's a no-brainer, guys. You're going to want this team. Now, in terms of the next team we're going to be looking at, it is the Great Mothers. I think they're a fantastic team. Now, if you're wondering, Merrin is here. That is the best lineup you can do in terms of defensive viability. Night Trooper and Death Trooper's there because, again, you're going to want that assault battle, Peridia Patrol with Enoch as well. So having them is really good. Great Mothers, fantastic character. Same with Morgan. They unlock you Balin down the road. It's a great team to have, guys. Like, seriously. I mean, it's 2 Cantina farms in Morgan and Great Mothers, and then obviously the 2 hard nodes. Bear in mind, Merrin can be substituted for whoever you want. So maybe you want to run Spirit, Sarge, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. Just don't really run Daka because the revive isn't going to do anything. But yeah, really good team. You don't need the Omicrons. I recommend them. That's why I've got them applied already. But you don't necessarily need them. I love this team for TW, for TB, for GAC. It just does so much. In GAC, you're going to be able to low gear a lot of teams, territory wars, shove it on defense, watch your opponents scream in disbelief that you've set this. There are some non-GL counters to it, don't get me wrong. But when you set this lineup here, those counters kind of go down and people will just start throwing Galactic Legends. So yeah, really good team to have. Now next, and guys, please excuse the fact that Crosshair is 20 out of 25. There is a reason for this. Now, I know his event was out for a week. Yeah, so what happened was, as you can see, I did a decent amount of stars than everyone else. And then I was really busy with work, and I did I don't know, I just somehow missed the event. So I got the 20 shards from the episode pass, and then I just continued. I mean, I have it on my free-to-play, but I just continuously forgot to do the event on the main. Because for this one, I was so caught up, I wasn't... for these, I did, like, the extra refreshes, whatever, buying them to get them to 4 stars so I can get the shards manually. I wasn't going to do that for Crosshair, and then I just forgot to do the event altogether. So yeah, I don't have Crosshair, but I'll have him 7-star in no time because I'm going to be farming this team. As you can see from the gear level, they're all modded, apart from Crosshair, obviously. Now, why is Bad Batch here, the new one? I understand they don't really go anywhere in terms of farms. They are needed for the new raid, and they are actually a very nice defensive team. If you take them up the relic levels, so relic 7, relic 8, maybe even relic 5-ish, they can work really well on defense, especially in TW when you start including Hunter Mercenary and Batch's Omicrons. They do perform as a really nice, solid team. Now, whether or not they're going to perform in TB, I don't know. I haven't seen enough footage yet. But if you take them up for the raid, that may be something that will appeal to you. But really, I wanted to include at least 1 or 2 raid teams here, because the raid is coming, and everyone needs at least 1 or 2 teams. And at the moment, from what we've seen, this doesn't look like a bad team to get. So that's why it's here. It's a pretty decent team, especially once Crosshair got released. It can actually beat some pretty cool stuff as well. In terms of Omicrons, you can apply Batcher and Hunter is very good for TW fans, which I'm going to be doing. Obviously, Omega and Crosshair is also very good for Grand Arena. But whether or not you want to apply all of them, I don't know. That's quite expensive. But I would recommend go down one of the 2 routes. Now, in terms of the next teams, there's only 2 more teams left, guys. One of them is Tarkin clones. Now, I put Tarkin here as a placeholder. If you don't have Lord Vader, Tarkin clones wouldn't be bad to do. It's another raid team. So if you're someone who has to do at least 1 raid team, I would make the decision between the clones and Tarkin, or going for the Bad Batch. So go for one of those 2. And then if you have Lord Vader, then obviously you're probably going to go for the clones regardless. We don't know what the other 2 are going to look like just yet. But in terms of what we know now, they do look like a pretty good team. And then just to finish it up, I have Gungans. Now, you guys remember I uploaded a video a couple of months ago saying, why would you farm Gungans? This is purely for TB purposes. if you want a team for TB that will do well in the neutral and light side phases with an investment of an Omicron, then it's a no-brainer. Obviously, a lot of you already have Gungans because, you know, the raid's been out for well over a year at this point. But yeah, if you want a good TB team, Gungans are fantastic. They're also really good in TW, hence why I've already got Boss Nass's Omicron. And they do work really well, even at low gear. So if you're someone who is early game, mid game, you can get your hands on Gungans without Jar Jar. You can still use them to undergear a lot of different teams with just 1 or 2 Zetas. So it's a nice team to have. So yeah, I tried to keep the list a little bit flexible in terms of what we got. Obviously, it's more TW focused, I understand that. But yeah, these are some teams I would recommend you guys go farm. Obviously, there's way more you can do and choose. This game has way too many teams at this point. But yeah, that's the teams I'd recommend you guys do. My name is Glamit. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, have a glamming day.